Yo, we're back. Today's Tuesday, New York session that we're trading. I haven't really been trading recently. Well, not recently, it was only yesterday and Friday. My boy got married on Friday, so I've been inactive, but I'm back. Today's Tuesday, London, kind of like woke up, I was knackered. I said, there's no way I'm making this one. And luckily, the price was just in no man's land, so nothing happened. But anyway, we're in New York now, and let's see what price is saying. I'm a bit late. Let's see what price is saying. So obviously, we know that we're in a complex pullback on a higher time frame. Why is that? Because this was the last swing high that caused price to come down and tap into this last demand, you could say, right? Just refined. But yeah, and then if I go on a 15, this is the internal structure that's going on until we reach here. So we know that we had the first leg, second leg came for the retracement, and now we're about to have the third. But the third is a bit complicated because a lot of people think, oh, we just swept the liquidity here and we're coming down to make lower low following trend. So buyers is like we kind of like is like a, so you got to be careful when you're trading in these scenarios here, environments here. It's crazy. So let's get into it. Let's just read it properly. So what do we have? This is the efficiency of the pullback. This is where the bearish momentum started for this retracement. For us to hit this extreme, we started from here. We know that this is all flawed. This is all SMT and all that stuff because it hasn't really hit the actual main demand zone. And this is a Monday low. And I think it was Asia there as well. Yeah, Asia's there as well. So either we take it and tap into it, but I don't believe it. There's so much liquidity here. So, and this is the actual last down candle on the 4H. The last move that went up. I've even refined it even deeper. Or did I just move it? Oh well. It was here. And you see how we haven't touched it. So it's flawed. However, we had this impulse, had the efficiency of the pullback, came down, hit the extreme of this again, and we're given signs. So obviously, because this is fate, we could actually just go down straight. Or we could just say, fuck it, let's zang everyone and think we're going all the way up, and we're bullish, and then we hit the extreme, and we come down. But I feel like that scenario is likely to play out, because if this is smart money, it's trying to get as much people, sellers in as possible, so they can get their orders filled. I think because it's smart money, right? But hey, who knows? People are targeting them. I don't know, but that's why I see it. That's why I read it as. So let's go on a 5 minute. Because right now I'm snozzed off it. So we had this smart money that got manipulated. It had an inducement, went up, touched the efficiency of the pullback. We built up trend line liquidity, went up, took it, came down, and we broke it. So to me, clearly wasn't a valid one. It's fulfilled its duties already. No need to, because we came down and tapped into the decisional here. The decisional here, we even induced it a little bit. And then we went straight up. So yeah. Now, what do I see? We have internal structures now. So we went up, tapped further into the efficiency of the pullback, creating an inducement. So that and that is two things now to show us that he's in control right now. Right now he's in control. If we were to read the daily cycle, we see that Asia range was ranging and we came down. So we could have a New York continuation, or we could have a New York reversal if what I'm saying is correct, that because we're in the efficiency of the pullback, because we're in a complex pullback and this is the only supply that is major, we're going to reach there. Because it wasn't a 2-leg, I think we just went straight down and we have so much liquidity there. So we could either go all the way up there, or we could return all the way back down and try to tap into this last bit here and then kind of do like a boom and then go back up. I don't know, but we're going to find out. It's currently 14 minutes in, and let's go on M1 and see what's going on. So we know that ideally we could come and tap into this. Let me just make it a bit bigger. daily we could come all the way down and tap into that and then start to go up. For Tarita, we had this inducement trend line, boom, efficiency to pullback, just like how we done here. That efficiency to pullback. So this is inducement number 2. So we're seeing like a domino effect, but could buyers just step in and do a mazzoline? We don't know. But so far, session wise, this is what we're seeing. But we see that, okay, there's a chance for buyers to also induce. Right? Let's find out what broke this. What broke that? What broke that was essentially this bad boy here. That fair value gap. That is what came and sliced through this. Know that we have trendline liquidity. I mean, not liquidity, support. Support basically around this area here. 10 resistance. This was the decisional which broke. Price. And that would be making this the extreme. That is the internal range we're in. Why am I speaking like that though? Oh, it's a snooze fam. But yeah, that's the internal range that we're in so far. If you go on the M15, you'll see what I'm talking about. So we have 2 legs. Well, 1 leg, in fact, this is what broke it. Internal range. And the low, I don't know if it's been established yet, but let's just put this low as the breaker structure. So we're currently on the breaking of the structure. But remember, this is also a decisional because it led to... it's not a decision, it's just a demand in it, I'll just say. But this demand is irrelevant because it wasn't the one. In fact, it kind of was the one. It wasn't the one. So we can say it's a weak demand. We can say it was a weak demand. Yeah, we could say it's a weak demand, but we could react there just to go further up. That's the only thing. But it is a weak demand. Why is it a weak demand? Because actually now it's not a weak demand. Nah, it kind of is. It's not though, because it's the same demand that sent price to touch the efficiency of the pullback. So that was met. That objective was met, and then we came back down, tapped into the demand zone that was created after we tapped into that. Then went further up. Then we came back and induced the whole thing, showing us that there's buyers here. So we could move from here. So let me change this back into demand. We could still do that because this was valid. However, it's already done its job. But you see how it was reacting. Zoom. We came back down to that demand that was created from this. Zoom. Alright, and now we've come down. So that means that buyers are here. So imagine further down, buyers are going to be there as well. Do you get where I'm coming from? So even if we do this one, we could come into the extreme. Or we could just come and do all of them. We will see in it. That's if what happens here. What I would want to happen is we come up, break this, right? But we don't touch this. Then we come back down again to that demand zone that led us to do that. And then I fly. So if I was to do it, or something like this. So something that, I don't know if it's something like this. Something like this I'll take as well. Because I can break even before we get here. But ideally I want something like this. Then we come back down to touch into something like this. And then explode. That's plan number A. That's plan number A, if we could get that. The bearish idea would be, and anything can happen in here. It could just go straight and break it. But as long as it doesn't touch this, I'm cool. If I do this. As long as it doesn't do that, it doesn't touch that, I'm cool. But anyway, the bearish idea will look like this. Obviously, if we're using smart money, we know that maybe it's coming to induce them again. I don't know. But that will look like something like this. something like this. Tap it. Let's place it. This, and then maybe from here I'll look to get in and come here. This would be the bearish idea. We didn't put a bullish here. Yeah, bearish there. But the bearish one, I don't even know. I don't think it'll play out like that. I think it should even go straight. Something like that. I see it doing something like that. Whereas the other one is that it's too bait. But they might make it too bait so people actually get in and they do them. Who knows? Or we could even hit there. Yeah, mine's peak, but let's see what we get in it. Let's see what we get. All I want is, because remember we had inducement number, this is inducement number 2. So if we have another inducement here and we actually break, I'll get in because we're following the inducements. But however, this inducement has fulfilled its job already because it's come and taken this high. It's done this breaker structure. So if we're following trend, ideally from here we should come down. Plus this is already exhausted, as we said, and there could be more buyers down there. Because if the pressure is like this here, imagine the pressure below. So a bearish idea could be confirmed as well, but let's just see. But this one here, even a buyer's one, I need like a more of like a proper build up and inducement, maybe to the extreme, something like this. So this breaking the decisional, right, like this, tapping into here, and then we do that false move, because this is irrelevant. The real move is up there. Even though this broke it, yeah, you could say this whole point is the extreme. Let me just say that. Let me just say that, because this, if you look kind of, let me see. Yeah, because it had came down, then boom. So this actually broke it. So this is irrelevant. I think we need it's peaks though. I don't even know what I'm looking at right now. Today is just fugazi. Like you think of an idea and then you can find contradictions. This happens when you're a trader. It's completely normal. It's like you gotta argue with yourself to find out what actually is playing around, because anything could happen. But you gotta be prepared. But anyway, so yeah, bearish idea. I'm looking for another build up, an inducement. But that inducement, do you know, is all we could do. The buyer's one, I don't think it'll play out like this. I think because this is too close to that. Yeah, the buyer's one, I think we could do something like this. Create another liquidity here. Yeah. Run it, making us break probably like this or something. Then we come down, tap into this extreme, and then we come up like this. We don't touch the decisional, and then maybe something like this. See where I'm coming from, and then wherever that wants to go, maybe up or what. But I know we're gonna react off the extreme anyway. This could be something that could play out as well. But remember, as I'm saying all of this, yeah, looking at the buyer's idea of things, this looks like it's easy liquidity because we had a build up, then this, but this here is just too big. It's weird. It's weird, and plus it hit. Look where it hit. It hit the after BOS thing supply. So this whole thing could get done. Now I'm confident that this could get done. This could get done because it's basically liquidity. Why is it liquidity? Because, bro, it's not following market structure here, bro. Look, this led to that break. Where's the decisional? You could say somewhere like here, right? This, after the breaker structure, let me zoom in. After the breaker structure, this was created. Then we went up again. This is flawed because it hasn't mitigated this section yet. So we could come all the way down and mitigate that. This looks like it's valid. We had this, we had this, we had this. You can't come from. Brought the decisional here. the last swing hand that actually tapped into the deeper side of that demand zone. But we had that, and then we had boom, boom. So we haven't had the mitigation of that yet. So we can see what's going to happen. I remember this is also a bit flawed. We were saying, no, yeah, this is what we said, but it's flawed, yeah. So we've taken out liquidity, efficiency of the pullback, and we're doing a liquidity cycle in there. Efficiency of the pullback, and we're doing a liquidity cycle in there. So ideally, yeah, the trade would be to trade all the way to the extreme. You could trade all, but I don't like doing that because it could just reverse anyway. Because it's entry, where you gonna get though after this? Come on, that's long. But we know that we're going down. We could go down, tap the decisional and do that, or we could liquidity. But yeah, so let's see what plays out. So remember I said this is lit. We haven't broken a zone yet to say that we're bearish. This zone is what actually took us to the efficiency of the pullback. Where was that? Yeah, this zone right here is what actually took us to the efficiency of the pullback. And we haven't come and broken that zone yet. So yeah, we could just be mitigating all of those movement there. But remember, we also said that that is flawed because this is liquidity. So the only thing that could allow us to know what's going on right now is liquidity. Who is in control right now? Who's in control? We know that sellers are in control. 1, 2, right? Break a structure, they have it. Break a structure, they have it. Break a structure. So you don't come from efficiency of the pullback, inducement, break a structure. Yeah, man. So we're looking for the new inducement, and then we trade that. But that inducement, that's what I'm saying, it could happen here, or it could be a fake inducement, take us there. It's crazy, but this is the liquidity that I'm currently seeing. If I'm looking at it, we have support and resistance. Support here, term resistance. This is the last movement that came down. Did we have an inducement reviewing that? Okay, they had this up candle, down, up, failed to make the high, induced it, boom. Took out all of this. Trend line liquidity, okay, we just took a high, it's nothing crazy. But we know that we could, the trade could be to go up just to the extreme because the bearish control is involved. The sellers got control right now. The sellers got control right now, but if I was to look on a 45 again, yeah, I see something. Where could we go? As I said, we could come all the way down to here because we've had the efficiency of the pullback. So now the trade is to come down into demand zones. So the demand zone, this was the decisional, which I said was flawed. Decisional has been broken. So this, as we said, is fake. So we're bearish. This is fake. We confirmed it's fake because it hit that thing as well. And we just confirmed that it's fake because this is the decisional. There's nothing in between. So we delete this. We know that this is going to get yammed up. So now I'm fully on a bearish idea now. Bearish idea. And I want us to ideally do this. But if we do the inducement, this is no point of interest inducement. It will be techie because again, we have trend line liquidity here. So it will be techie to just get in. So we might not get a trade, but we'll see. You might not get a trade. But I'll put this skincare on, yeah. Because man shaved off my beard and I thought I was still on my fucking face. But anyway. We got the... So now let me pre the 5 minute. What does that look like? Yeah, so this decisional is not really going to be a decisional. So what we're going to probably do is a complex pullback. Complex pullback. I think that's what we might do. Or this is the liquidity and we swipe it. Because if you sweep that liquidity, yeah, it could be a counter inducement. We could just go sweep it, then come straight into the extreme. Then there's no sell idea. It's completed. So I think what we might do is do that and work our way into there. The decisional, I think, is bogus. It had no inducement anyway, so we delete that. What else is there that we need to delete? Because we found our person in control, which is bearish ideas, and we found this being fake. Even looks spooky. Look at that. What the fuck is that? But yeah, now we're just looking for... I was gonna say that, I was gonna say entering from this fair value gap here, but it's risky because we have trend line here. But see, and the break even will be crazy. I want us to break something. Because if I was to read this, what is the internal structure? We had this high, which was what led to this. This what caused that thing, BOS, and we came up and we wicked above it. So you used to tell me that this demand might not be active. Yeah, we have the idea that we're going down, but we haven't even reached the extreme yet. So you can't just sell. You can't come from, even though we have liquidity here. And plus, if you even come down and break this, yeah, I'm still wary because this could be a counter inducement. So I might not take nothing. So if I want to sell, where the last inducement kind of happened, which was this extreme bit here. There's even liquidity here as well. You can't come from. If we don't get there, then yeah, man. Before 10 o'clock, then there's no point. 7 o'clock, oh. But yeah, man. Let's see what happens. Okay. So we know that we're bullish now. Because remember, this was the decisional. We've broken it. This was the decisional, which led to the break structure. Yeah, it had no inducement in it. So I wasn't expecting it to hold anyway. But it was the last up candle before the thing got tapped into. So we've broken that here with that wick above it. And we failed to break the low. And we respected this demand. Broken this high. I used to like getting into trades like this, but there's no inducement for me. I want buyers inducements. I want to... You can't come from. Without that, there's no point trading the retracement back. Just wait for the inducement. So me, this one, there's no inducement. We just came and tapped into this demand zone here. Oh, that's not it. Demand zone here. Because it was a decisional, which led to a decisional being broken. Bearish decisional is the one that's broken. This is the bullish one. So, you can look to buy, but where's the inducement to buy from? You can't come from. If you can't find the inducement, you are the inducement. So think about it. If I said, yeah, let me get in here, let's just do a little joke thing and put our thing here and see what happens in case we don't get a trade. Have a little bit of fun. Let's say you put it here, right? And you're looking for that to happen. Let's see. These trades to kind of work sometimes, but there's no inducement. They work sometimes. You can't predict it because it could. He used to tell me that you can't just go ahead and come all the way back down, tap into the where the hell would it? This will be the last candle, yeah. So we came in there again. You told me we can't come and take this out. Take this bad boy out. To your bearish breaker structure here. Bears liquidity, and then we move up and break it. See? Because that could be an inducement. Or we could even come and do this point here. Because this point here would be... Let me see something. Did we actually hit that point? Yeah, see? Who's to tell me that you can't come down? Induce this point here. This lower point here. And then move back up. Because ideally this went and touched that. We came back down to this. It went up, broke that. This was the decisional. This is the extreme. But we can still act on this. But hey. There's no inducements. Because this could be a major inducement. And we're going to fly straight. Could be, that happens. But we already found our bearish ideas already. We're looking to see when we get there. So this move up here, I'm not interested. Because that's how you get dungied. You ever been dungied before on the charts? You ain't been dungied before, fam. When you get dungied enough, you'll start learning things. Not every move that you got, you want to get in. Because the real dungy, man, when he gets you, dark. He'll have you on a greed thing, on a revenge thing. And then you just keep... It's like he's just shooting you with a machine gun. Dungy, man, is dark. But yeah, man, don't get yourself dungied, man. Just wait for the raw moves. It's 36. Who's to tell me that we can't... Man, so who's to tell me? We can't just fly all the way up here. Get the thing, come down, and then do the inducement and get in done before our session is done. But hey, we do know that this is a major inducement though. It's just forming. Like, it's not the ones that you see that happens. We just had this change here. So ideally I should have got in here 5 as well, but yeah, man, we missed it. That was the bullish idea that I was talking about. But there's no inducement. The inducement is this. It's just a major inducement. But to confirm it, but we're in at 1 minute right now, bro. That is not a major inducement. But it could be. I'm joking. What have we taken? London low. We came into a London low. Right there. What else? New York low was taken before though. So it don't matter. But when we was taking it, went and broke decisional. Then we came back. That's what I'm saying. It could be. We did break the decisional. But then we went a bit above. Then we went up there again. Just mad indecision here, bro. Crazy work. Like this is crazy for a beginner to read. But we're not a beginner no more, so we get me. But if you knew how much fucking work man's done here, you see this book here. About ICT, core content. Bro, crazy work that man's done, bro. Yeah. This was in 2023. Crazy work. All the way to 2025, bro. I need to go through these again, bro. Because now I've simplified my thing. All of this will start making further sense. Like, it's crazy. There was inducements. I was doing inducements, not knowing that it was called inducements, bro. It's called as liquidity sweep. which confused me with every single liquidity sweep. But yeah, let's see what's going on. What happened here? Oh, we mitigated and we went. There's no inducement. I can't trade it. It looks nice, yeah, but there's no inducements, brother. So what we could do is, this is what broke that. So we could come, nah, nothing there for us. We could just come and do this whole point. Be a further inducement, tap into this and then carry on. Because remember, we still need to carry on with this leg here, this bullish leg here, to go and hit that red bit there. And this is the extreme for that. So we could just be generating liquidity right now until we tap into there and then fuel. Do you get where I'm coming from? Or we could be doing this exact movement here, because we have broken this and we're coming down, taking out this trend line liquidity. But I can't, this one here, I can predict is going to be an inducement, because obviously this was what led to that move there, breaking a decision, alright. And I can just enter here on a turtle suit with my stuff here. You could say, even here. I'll say something like here. Let me see the 2 minute. Yeah, something like that. But then it makes no sense. So I'm gonna wait for this one here, because the actual extreme. The actual extreme. Because this just looks like this, innit? But we didn't get inducement, so it's like this now. So I want this to be broken, because then that will show that, yeah, we're bearish. Yeah, and then I want to see a confirmation of bullish action, basically. If not, then yeah, there's no point. No point. Let me just remove this so we see. This was the last down candle, so I'm looking for this to be taken. Come on, break structure. Or are you just gonna classify these other liquidity that you're taking as a mine inducement? But you see how, yeah, I'm not classified as bearish though. I'm looking for the long to get us to here, because it's 9:45. Yeah, we haven't touched this bit yet, and we shouldn't just come down. Yeah, there's a fair value gap. We could come and make lower lows from that. That's true. But typically isn't the case. Typically isn't the case. So it looks like we're respecting this one. This one here. So if we break any of these ones, one price to do a breaker structure above here. Got a complex pullback on. Or break this, tap into that, and then this will be the decisional. That makes a lot more sense. So basically creating a decisional here, because I know this is weak. This didn't do nothing. I know this one's weak, but let's see. Because either this one or that one. But if we use that one, it's just, we have to go all the way up here. Then I have to get into the last decisional just to get us to there. It's not going to be worth it. So I'll be looking for a bearish idea. Okay, if I look at this, yeah, I don't really use fibs, but if I was to use fibs, let's also see what I mean. There will be no point in me trying to long from here now. A daily long in here will be best, but price action is not looking great for me to get in. So if we just get a little peak above there, let me see, how bad would that be? 9. So it might be for the efficiency. 8, see, and then to there, is it worth it? 1 to 2. Nah, that's not my lane. I want a 1 to 3. 1 to 3 to there. Does that make sense? Does though. Because this laces support and resistance. So that could also work. That could also work. Let's see. Or we could just fly. We still haven't had that breaker structure yet, by the way. This would be the decisional breaker structure, but I want both of them to be ripped. Because we're in the decision right now. If we break the decisional, we have, you know what? Isn't it even a decisional? This is just an extreme push. So I can buy. Would it be wise to buy though? No, because we had a breaker structure. But at the same time, where's the inducement? This fair value gap. No, I'll buy. I'll buy only because it's valid there. If that's the inducement, it's valid. So I bought in here, and I'm gonna put break even above there. But we're just hoping that it doesn't come down because we have had the efficiency of the pullback. So trading there is risky, but it makes sense because we know that we're heading for the extreme, and this could potentially be the inducement to lead us there. So let's see. So I should have waited, didn't it? Let's see. Maybe I should have waited, but I have faith in it because we have trend line liquidity here. We're just coming to the extreme of that. Our break even will be here. Just remove these breaker structures. So let me go in here. So I'm in. Just get off here. No way. Later. Fucking hell. Yeah, so I'm in. Break even's about to be in. Yeah, break even. Actually, you know, I can't break even too quick like that because we just broken structure. We could just come back into that demand. So I'll just trail it. I'll trail it. So I've trailed it to that here. Reason why is we could just go up here, break this, and then come back, tap into this, and go. We don't want that to happen, but it's part of market structure. And we still haven't broken this, so this is the actual how we want to break. If we ain't broken it, then yeah, just trailing the stop loss because that's the new internal range. Even though we're bearish, we want to see something. We shouldn't come back down. We could come all the way back down and still induce this point and go up. So that's another thing that could happen. So essentially, let me just move it back down to you. Not my break even point, the trailing bit, because this could also be an inducement and go back up. So we'll just wait for that actual break even to be here. If we don't get there, then I guess we was wrong about the whole thing. It's 49 now. We're just going for 1 to 3 on this one since it's a counter trend move. Just one on 1 to 3 and we're out. Let's see, do we get a break even or is it playing? Did we get a break even? Okay, cool. So we got the break even now. So now I can move to break even. Break even has been set. I hope it doesn't get me out because my break even's like here. Like literally below there. If I should show you on MT5, look. Chart. M1. See where my break even is that literally just below. Why is it that this template it never changes back? Template black and white. Yeah, see look, it's right there, which is like right there. So ideally my entry is even a bit skewed. Is that here? So my 1 to 3 ideally should be somewhere like there. But we're at break even anyway, so yeah, let's see what happens. Fresh out of Linux. I didn't invent it. Because this is essentially the extreme. Remember I was saying that to you. This is essentially the extreme. So we could have a little reaction here, but we want to pierce through that after tapping into this point here. Because we could just go take me out and then go. It's a complex pullback. That's what happens sometimes. And it just goes up and down, up and down, up and down. So entering like somewhere like here is techie. That's why I break even fast. Because it could come all the way back down, taking this point here, and then making his way. It does better things. Let me just delete this stuff. But so see, complex pullbacks. They're scary. They're like thunders, bro. Like grrr, like it's crazy. But let's see what happens. I want to see us violate that. If we don't, we're in break even anyway, so we done what we could at reading price. You know, if price doesn't want to deliver, it doesn't want to deliver. It looks like it does want to deliver though. Looks like it wants to deliver, but will it deliver? We don't know. We just gotta wait and see. You might get break even. Oh, that was close. Oh, we're very break even. See, complex pullbacks. That's what happens. And now we're probably gonna go up. But yeah, that's complex pullback for you. Break evens. Let's see what's happened. Did we lose anything? We lost 30 cents. Yeah, the market's been shit recently still, I can't lie. Complex pullback. We could go all the way down here to then move up. Or we could bounce up anyway, but if I've been taken out, ideally, I don't get back into it. So that's the trade done for today. Let me just give you a quick update on what we're currently on. Alpha Capital. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna log in and show you currently where we are on a challenge, because you know we gotta show you the transparency. Fuck yeah. Client area and sign in. close. You know me, I can't lie to you lot. You lot gonna see it live. All. So yeah, currently we're in drawdown. Yeah, currently we're in drawdown. 30% win rate. They're mocking me. Well, I'm mocking myself because I ain't following my rules. But anyway, yeah, this what's happened so far. We've lost this trade and that trade, and what the hell? Oh, this. Oh yeah, is that it? August. Oh yeah, we lost some here as well. So we lost bag, break even, lost, and then here lost, break even. So you see how we're getting a lot of break evens. We got more break evens than losses. But those losses are just emotional losses, innit? I won't lie to you. Because if I wasn't emotional in those trades there, I reckon I would have had a break even. Because which one was it? I think the bag 5. I was meant to have a break even, but I thought, let me risk it for a biscuit. And it gave me fucking black pudding. But yeah, this one here, that's what happened. I should have got a break even, but I didn't move it, and it came back and done me. So I lost the bag 5 there. This obviously I learned my lesson, put the break even in, and I got the break even. And then of course that one I just went on tilt mode. This one I just went on tilt mode. I think it was like a series of trades. Yeah, look, I just went on tilt mode. Like, look, it was basically I thought a major inducement was happening. Yeah, and then I'm seeing a lot of time frame confirmations, but they're not they're not confirmed. Yeah, I'm just seeing like the early portions of it, and yeah, bro, I just rushed it, slapped it in, lost. Waited a bit, slapped it in again during my session, lost. Went away, came back, checked it again. It was near the area. It was like now it was broken structure, but it was taking liquidity in it, and obviously it's not in my key window no more. It's outside my key window, and I've gone and slapped it on. Then I held a loss, which was, I think this was it was this one. So this one I should have got a break even, but like I moved it a bit. I think I trailed or something like that. But I know I lost 3 balls. Then entered again, same thing. It wasn't really my S, so I've kind of trailed it a bit. And then I got banned. Then this one I got banned. Then yeah, got banned again. But that's what's happened so far. This was basically just all one session. Yeah, one session. I was just switching between GU and German 30. But yeah. So this is like day 5. I don't know if it's day 5 or day 4 because obviously I wasn't away. I wasn't here. I was away. So yeah, man, this is the reality of trading. You can see we know what we're doing, but sometimes your emotion comes into play, and sometimes you just get break even, which kind of kills your morale. But we keep going because we knew it was gonna happen. But anyway, let's see what's happening. See, now we're just playing games, and it's enticing more people to get in. This way after break even, you shouldn't get in because it's gonna look like it's gonna go. It could go. I'm not saying it won't because it still hasn't broken it yet. But look, there's liquidity underneath it. Where is it? There's liquidity underneath it, and price could just go to this supply because it broke this decision and came to the extreme. The extreme maybe not have enough power to do nothing, gets exhausted in the efficiency of the pullback, and it might even there's even build up here as well. So build up, inducement, come and break structure, and maybe go all the way down. So to me, that's why I don't trade after a break even. We got a break even. It is what it is. Yeah. But yeah, that's it for today. I will catch you lot tomorrow. I'll update you because my session's basically done. I'm not gonna trade again. But yeah, man, follow, subscribe, and let me know if you lot want me to do any videos explaining the things that I say in the videos. Just comment it below, and yeah, I'll make a video around it. So yeah, follow me though. Trying to run this shit up. But yeah, man, catch you lot.